See, what we did is we negotiated an election agreement that included the contract itself. So we said, if we win the election, I mean, the agreement says if we win and I have a copy of the agreement, if we win the election, then we will negotiate a contract. You know, the union representatives and the company will negotiate a contract. And if after 75 days we haven't come to agreement on a contract, then an arbitrator will come in and impose a contract on both sides. So we wrote binding arbitration into the election agreement. So we had our contract even before we negotiated. So we were so sure we were going to win that election. They were so sure we were going to lose that, you know, they signed off on it. And they kept their word. I mean, that's why, you know, we started negotiating June 1st, or sometime in June of 1995, and we had a contract by December. The union, the UFW, in its history, has had contracts that they've negotiated for 20 years. That's why one of my main jobs in California and main accomplishments was that I was instrumental in passing and amending the Agricultural Labor Relations Act in California to include binding arbitration or binding mediation, which is basically the same thing. But now the UFW in California has that same type of binding mediation. So contract negotiations don't go on forever. And that bill was passed in 2002. So, and it's a First Amendment to the Agricultural Labor Relations Act since the act was, you know, passed in 1975.
Wow.
It's the first major amendment to it, and I'm very proud of that. It took a lot of work. It took a 160-mile march. It took incredible political power for us to be able to do it, and I was setting up the team and coordinating the entire project, and we did it. So, you know, it works. That binding mediation and binding arbitration is needed, but I saw how it worked at Chateau Ste. You know, and what it does is it brings peace to the workplace. The war ends, contract is signed, the war is over. Now you got to work together, you know. And the contract at Chateau Ste. Michelle is a very, very good contract. It's continued to be a good contract. The relations have mended with the company. The company actually likes the contract, and I don't know what their HR, you know, department is just, you know, is doing so much better because the committee takes care of human resource problems, basically. You know, it's all, you got your arbitration in there, you got your grievances, you got, you know, and you know, nobody wants the problem, so the committee has to take leadership in dealing with the members. And when issues come up. And
do they have health insurance?
Excuse me?
Do they have health insurance?
They have medical, a pension plan, they have a pesticide committee, you know, they have some of the best wages, I think, that farm workers are earning anywhere. Yeah, it's a very good contract.